John?
Morning, Donna.
I was looking for you.
You like a sweet roll?
No, thank you.
Well, suit yourself.
I was just upstairs making sure your mother's room was ready.
Mike at the hospital?
Yes, and they will be here any minute.
A little early to spring her from the hospital, isn't it?
She is very anxious to get home.
She's not going home. She's coming here.
Right. John, look, I need to ask you something.
Sure.
When your mother...
Is there another sweet roll over there?
Yes. Here.
I don't like that one. So, what do you want to know?
Your mother said something. She said that she wanted to be here to look out for things for you.
Yeah, that's Mom, always with the quips.
Well, what did she mean?
Beats me.
No, I think you know, because I saw you react to it.
Well, maybe it was a tick. I have lots of those.
Does she know about us?
Donna, you worry too much. You're going to have to lighten up.
Does she?
What, do you think I ran home and told her?
No, I just didn't know, that's all.
Donna, nobody knows about our little adventure. Nobody. And that's the way it's going to stay.
Morning. Oh, napkins. Forgot the napkins.
What's that?
47 Packard. What does it look like?
Breakfast for two. Here you go, boss. Hot coffee for two.
Uh-huh. Where's the orange juice?
Be right back. You're doing it, aren't you?
Doing what?
Taking my advice about Mary?
Get lost.
Homemade chocolate eclairs? Ooh, little teeny tiny croissant. Linen napkins. Picnic for the bowling league in 8. You want a fresh squeeze, right?
Mm-hmm.
I rest my case.
Now, look, the fact is that Mary and I have a lot to talk about.
I bet you do.
And the house is being torn up, and we never can get a word in edgewise here.
Well, I think it's kind of cute.
I'm never cute.
Where are you going on this picnic?
The lake, I guess.
The lake!
What's wrong with that?
It's some gorgeous day out there is what's wrong with that. There'll be 12,950 people there. That's what's wrong with that.
You have a better idea, I suppose?
Yes, I think I do. I think it might be a good idea. What's the matter with you?
I woke up this morning feeling awful. Does anybody have any vitamin C?
Well, there's lots of vitamin C in orange juice. Freshly squeezed orange juice.
Yeah, I always heard that fresh air was great for a cold. Who cares about fresh air? I can't breathe. What are you doing?
I'm leaving that here.
Why?
Because you're not working. And neither am I. We're going to get away. Just the two of us.
I really appreciate you doing this, guys. I want the show to go smoothly.
Sure,
you know
Felicia.
that.
Oh, by the way, Felicia, I forgot to tell you, MJ called last
Yeah,
night.
I know. I talked to her, honey. Thanks.
Sounds like this reception's going to be real snazzy.
I hope they have a beautiful day.
Yeah, dancing, candlelight, very romantic. What's the matter with you?
Nothing, I stumbled.
On what?
Hi.
Hi, honey. You want some coffee?
No, I already had some.
Okay.
Maybe I should help Chad and Wally.
No, it's all right. You know what I'd like you to do is to put something down in that diary I gave you.
Felicia, I don't...
Honey,
think
you don't have to show it to me or to anybody for that matter. But I think if you write something down, it'll help you be aware of what you're feeling.
Even if that's not what I want.
Lisa. Tony, hi.
Hi.
What are you doing here so early?
Listen, I got to talk to you about something. Excuse us, Tony. A favor I need.
What kind of favor?
It's very important to me. In fact, I'm not going to take no for an answer.
What do you want me to do?
I want you to watch the show today.
That's it?
That's it. Think you could do that?
Tony's going to be on the show, isn't he?
Can you promise me you'll watch?
I'll watch.
Great. Okay, now look, I've got to set the table, get things ready, so I'll talk to you later, all right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you. I'll brief you in just a minute, and thank you for coming. I appreciate it.
So you're going to be on Felicia's show, huh?
Yeah.
Talk about Dr. Glazer?
Actually, I was going to talk about myself and how I felt. So Felicia wants.
Have you started writing about what happened to you?
Yeah.
How's it going?
I sat in front of the computer last night. Tried to write about what happened to Nancy. And I just got so angry.
I know what that's like. Are you going to publish what you write?
I want people to understand.
They could never understand.
I think they can.
What if they could? It wouldn't change what happened.
Come on, Lisa, we talked about this. I thought it was okay.
It is. It just doesn't make much sense.
What doesn't?
Digging it all up, going over and over it. I just want to forget it.
Where are we going?
It's a surprise.
Oh, I should be having a picnic at the sanitarium.
You'll feel better.
I can't. I'm too busy. I'm sorry.
Doing what?
MJ is coming over to talk about the wedding.
You too. You could talk about that for 24 hours a day. The Normandy invasion didn't take that much planning.
The mountain from support is going to call about my application.
Ada, could you take a message if there's a phone call from Mary?
No problem.
Next.
Bridesmaids dress.
Forget him.
Oh.
Mary, shut up. Now that I have your attention, I'm going to give you a choice. Either you can stay here, wait on tables, discuss petty fours, wait for a phone call, or option B, you can be out in the open a beautiful day with me. Come on. What do you say?
Vince,
Look, I'll bring lots of tissues.
I have too much to do.
All right. There are chocolate eclairs in that basket on the table.
Chocolate eclair?
4 of them. I stuffed them myself. What do you say?
Well, how can I turn down home-stuffed chocolate eclair? Now that's more like it.
Thank you. Are you ready to go?
Have a good time.
John,
Donna.
please don't think your mother isn't welcome here. I like her very much.
And I'm sure she likes you, Donna. But even if she knew, she wouldn't screw up things between you and Mike.
She's been very kind to me.
It has nothing to do with you. Believe me, don't flatter yourself. It's all Mike. You see, in the favorite son sweepstakes, Mike is the clear winner.
John, she loves you.
Oh, yeah. In her own way, I guess, conditionally. Is there more coffee over there?
Yes, of course. How do you take it?
Black.
Here.
Thanks. Just right. You must be the perfect wife.
Oh, far from perfect.
Oh, I'm sure you have certain flaws, Donna, but well, let's face it. I mean, you're not wandering around here in a tattered bathrobe, hair in curlers, and a cigarette dangling out of your mouth, are you?
No, I'm not.
Always fresh flowers, hot coffee.
Look, people I care about, I like to make comfortable.
But doesn't it ever get boring?
My life with Michael is very exciting.
You remember that used motorcycle I bought?
No.
I brought it over here to show Mike.
Well, Michael wasn't here.
Ah. Yeah, I thought you remembered. You came running out of the house with no shoes on, jumped on the back of the motorcycle, and we took off.
Yeah, well, that was a stupid thing to do.
Well, maybe it was. But every now and then, don't you think you'd like to do something like that again? Isn't that what you'd really want?
There's only one thing I want.
Well, let me guess. Michael.
Yes. My life with him is very exhilarating. I don't care if I'm just arranging flowers or making coffee. Doesn't matter.
Right. Yes. Stand by your man.
Yes, that's it. That's it exactly.
That sure didn't stop you from jumping on the back of that motorcycle with me, did it?
John, I like you very much.
Yeah, I know you do.
You were Michael's brother. Being close to you made me feel closer to him.
Is that why you turned to me when Michael couldn't give you what you wanted?
I only wanted Michael.
Yeah. I think that there's something inside you that likes to live dangerously. It's still very much alive.
You've no right to say that.
Hudson.
Hi, Peter. How you doing?
Fine.
Oh,
Hello.
Peter. This is my mom. This is Clara Hudson. Peter Love.
Well, very pleased to meet you, Mrs. Hudson.
I hope you don't mind my staying here.
Not at all. The more the merrier.
Where's Donna, Peter?
Right inside.
Great. Come on, Ma.
All right.
Honey?
Oh, Clara. Oh, you look wonderful.
Doesn't she though, huh?
I'd like to say the same thing, Ma, but I can't.
Please don't get up, dear.
Clara, I have your room all ready upstairs. Why don't we go ahead and go on up?
But thank you, Donna, but not yet.
Ma, you sure you wouldn't like to lie down for a little while?
No. I want to stay here with John. How are you, my son?
Couldn't be better.
Here, let me pour you some more.
No, I've had enough.
Mom.
Well, how about a sweet roll? You used to like it with
I've
butter
had
when you were
2 or
little.
3 already.
Mom?
Well, I'm fine, Michael. As soon as I'm sure John's had his breakfast, I'll do up these dishes.
Oh, this is heaven.
Why don't we take a walk?
But,
Donna pays somebody to do the dishes.
oh. Well, I think I would enjoy a walk. Here, can I help you, dear?
No, that's all right. I know my way. I counted the steps to the door.
Oh? Well, are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Mom, I'd like to talk to you just for a sec. Okay?
Listen, I'll wait for you outside.
Are you sure he's all right?
Yeah, I'm real sure he's fine. Well, I would like you to sit down, please.
Peter, why don't you help me with these dishes?
Why would I?
Because I asked you to.
Oh, right.
Now, just what do you think you're doing to John?
I'm taking care of him.
Mom, I am not going to let you baby him. It's the last thing on earth that he needs.
How come you decided to come here?
Well, Ada thought the beach would be crowded. Well, what do you think?
Oh, well, I think it's lovely. It's real pretty. And Scott and Cheryl always used to love coming here.
Yeah, well, I hope I hope we have better luck than they did, we used to do this kind of thing a lot before the kids, Of course, we went to the lake.
Before it got so crowded.
Yeah. You know what we used to do after breakfast?
Gee, I'll bet I can guess.
Yeah, that too. But first, we We went canoeing.
Canoeing?
Yeah. And, of course, I took the front paddle, because that is the hard part.
Of course.
Do you know they have a pond over here? And they probably have a canoe. But, hey, I'm sure that you're not interested in anything like that.
I'm not.
Well, yeah, what with the cold and the fact that, you're older. And you are. You are more sedentary.
I'll show you who's interested in canoeing.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. Only this time, I'm not sitting in the back like a squaw.
Why won't people leave me alone? Why are they always at me all the time? Why did Glazer make me remember? It was quiet, except for the sound of a branch hitting the window. And then
Victims of violent crime. Next on Breakfast with Felicia.
How was it, good? Great. Eddie, thanks. All right, ready?
Wally, I'm getting out of here.
Why?
I just feel like being alone for a while, all right? You can have it.
5 seconds. 4, 3.
Stop. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You've got to stop this right now.
We're going on air right now. Wally, do something. Come on.
Go to a commercial.
What do you think you're doing? I can't allow you to do this show. How is Alan Glazer going to get a fair trial if you're going to do a show like this? I have to be able to impanel a jury, Felicia.
Peggy, what about the victims that are left behind? Who helps them?
Look, Peggy, I don't care what you do to Alan Glazer, but I do care about Lisa. Why do you think I'm doing this show? I don't want Alan Glazer to get any more publicity, believe me, than you do. I need your promise that you're going to try and keep Glazer's name out of this. I will. As much as I can, I promise I will. All right. I'm counting on you for that. Thank you. Wally, please, let's start this show, all right?
All
I'm
right.
so sorry.
5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Shoot, Felicia.
Good morning. Welcome to Breakfast with Felicia. I'm glad you're here today because I think that the show is very important. It's aimed at an ever-increasing group of people, victims of violent crime. I have 2 guests on today's show. First is Tony Carlisle. Tony is a journalist who was accused of a crime that he didn't commit. Because of this accusation, he lost his job, his girlfriend, and almost everything else. My second guest is Marlena McDonald. Marlena runs a support group for victims of violent crime. Marlena has also helped hundreds of people here in the Bay City area. She also was a victim herself at one time. So if you or someone that you love has ever had this problem, please stay tuned to the show today. Thanks.
I sure hope Vince and Mary are having fun.
Me too.
Oh, I'll take care of him.
Thanks.
What would you like?
Just coffee.
Okay. There you go. Wouldn't it be great if it was a double wedding?
Huh? Oh, Adam and MJ. Well, listen, don't rush it, okay?
I know. I just love weddings, Rita.
Did you get your invitation to the shower?
For MJ? No.
No? Rachel is having it at her house on Friday. I told her to send those invitations out earlier. She doesn't listen.
Well, don't worry. I'll be there anyway.
Is there a phone I can use here?
Yeah, right there. Right there.
Excuse me a minute, Ada.
Sure.
Chad, please don't go. I wouldn't have told you how I felt about you if I thought I'd frighten you away.
Sarah, you know how things are for me. I mean, you know how I feel
And
about
you know that she is marrying Adam in another week. You have to accept that, Chad. You don't have a choice.
Well, Macho Man, happy now?
It was not my fault that they had only one paddle.
They didn't even have that after you got through with it.
Look, you were the one who grabbed the tree branch, Miss Take Charge Modern Woman.
We were floating in the middle of the pond.
I had the situation under control.
Oh, yeah, sure. Absolutely. I noticed that.
You weren't exactly Sacagawea at the front of the canoe, you know. We're going in circles. We're going in circles, too.
Were you this much fun 20 years ago?
Oh, hey, I was a lot more fun. Here. You're all wet.
You noticed. Thank you.
Don't mention it.
Probably get worse and miss the wedding.
We'll have it at the hospital. Maybe they'll even let you out of the oxygen tent so that you can catch the bouquet, right?
Do not patronize me.
Look, don't you know I'll do anything to make you happy? You okay?
I'm fine.
Yeah. Is this better?
What about you? Aren't you cold?
No, I'm fine. Listen, I don't like to get, dunked in a pond, but this is, okay.
Just like 20 years ago, huh?
20 years ago, you'd have listened to me when I told you I could handle it.
No, I mean the picnic and the canoe ride, such as it was. Does it all seem kind of the same to you?
Yeah, I guess it does.
I want to ask you something. I know I've asked this before, but this time I want you to really think about it, because it is seriously important.
Okay.
Is it me that you want? Or just a memory?
Don't baby him, Mom. Let him learn to help himself.
But he's blind.
Mom, I hate that fact as much as you do.
You expect me to sit by and watch him struggle to do things that I could easily do for him?
Yes. Mom, he's got to learn to do it himself. He's got to earn his own self-respect. He's got to feel like a man, Mom.
You seem very sure of this philosophy of yours.
This philosophy is called tough love, Mom. Maybe it's a fairly recent theory.
No, it isn't. I knew about it 20 years ago. I almost ruined my son's life with it.
What are you talking about? Mom, what do you mean?
Feeling angry is the first step to going on. Caring family and friends have to let you express that anger.
You know, I've read somewhere that oftentimes the victims feel as isolated as the attacker who's now in jail.
Yes.
Is that true? How does a loved one or a family member show the victim that he or she is still loved?
Let them talk. Don't expect them to put on a happy face.
But, Marlena, what if they pretend that everything is just fine? What do you do then?
Just let them know you're there. They'll need you sometime.
Thank you. If anybody out there has been through this, I hope you know that there is help for you. Don't isolate yourself. Let the people who really love you help you.
Now the next part of Another World.
I could relate to what Marlena was saying before about isolation. Nancy's moved away. She's isolated herself from everybody that loves her.
Why do you think she did that, Tony?
think it's because she blames herself for what happened to her. She thinks that she did something that drew this maniac to her.
Why?
I don't know. She was just so full of life, so happy. If she was here, if I could just talk to her, tell her I love her. I think she loves me. But it's just not enough.
Something's stopping her. But she'll reach out to you again.
I hope so.
Oh, Jamie.
I've been thinking about what you've said.
Oh, yeah?
And I told MJ that I wasn't going to accept this until she was actually married.
Don't tell me you're going to be at the back of the church like the guy in The Graduate.
I don't know what I'm going to do.
I think you should be miles away from here when that wedding takes place.
Doing what?
Being with someone who admits she's in love with you.
Sarah.
Hey, you said I always tell the truth. And this is the truth.
What do you want from me?
I just want to be with you, have fun with you. That's all.
That's all.
Who knows what might happen?
Did you ever stop to think that you might be too good for me?
Not for 1 minute.
Rachel Corey's given MJ McKinnon a shower. We'll give little MJ the tape as a gift. Don't worry. The only person who's going to get any blame is Chad Rollo.
John had a problem. I was very hard on him. I wouldn't bend an inch.
But John said that...
I don't care what John said. He stayed away because of me, because of what I said and what I did.
I guess that's what he tried to tell me.
Your brother hated me for a long time.
Oh, Mom, come on. John could never hate you. Nobody could hate you.
It's perfectly natural to hate someone who ruins your life.
I don't get this. All this time, I didn't know.
No, and you're not going to. This is between John and me, and I wouldn't break his confidence any more than I'd break yours.
All this time, I thought it was something that I did.
No. So you can see why I'm not exactly sold on this tough love theory of yours. I certainly couldn't do this to John again.
Well, what are you going to do?
Love him? Pray that his blindness isn't permanent? I'm going to do whatever I feel my son needs.
Because you're guilty.
Mom, you sure know how to keep a guy waiting.
I just wish I could convince myself that you see me as I am now.
Believe me. I see you as you are now.
You're still interested?
I'm really enjoying myself. Not because we're doing stuff that we used to do, but because you're here with me now.
Okay.
Okay, what?
Okay, you convinced me.
Then what's the problem?
I look at you, and there's one thing I don't understand that just does not make sense to me.
What?
How could I leave you?
Oh. Hey.
I don't want to risk doing that again. I don't want to do that to you. I don't want to do that to the children.
Oh, you wouldn't. You wouldn't.
Why?
Because it's all different now.
What was it like back then? Please help me to understand. Why was I so unhappy?
I figured you'd be asking about that.
Well, you understand why I want to know, though, don't you?
Oh, yeah. It's not a time that I like to think about.
Why? You said our relationship was so loving, so passionate.
It was.
Well, then why would I consider a man like Reginald or any other man?
You know, I didn't want you to go to work in that house. You just had Cheryl, and you felt tied down, and you said it'd only be 3 hours in a week.
Did I ever work before that?
No, I didn't want you to.
Why?
I was afraid to lose you, I guess. You know, I loved you because you were so different from me. I mean, you used to love books, and you were always reading them, and you always imagining about traveling to far-off places. I knew. I could never share that with you.
I'm sad for you.
Sad for you, because I got to resent the books and resent the travel magazines that made you.
I don't think it was all your fault.
Look, I pushed you away. You didn't take a job because the kids tied you down. You took a job because I tied you down. I guess Reginald enjoyed talking to you about poetry.
Yes, he always did.
Yeah, well, I was out of work. I was hard to talk with. I guess it must have felt good to have a guy who was willing to listen to you. Especially a guy who could afford to take you to those places that you always dreamt about.
Well, I left him, too.
Well, hey, you know where the real glamour is.
I've had a glamorous life. It's not that important to me.
I don't know if you're ever going to be ready for life with me.
You know, we talk a lot about how much I've changed. You are not the same man you were back then.
I'm not.
You haven't noticed.
Okay. I learned how to cook, and I read those poetry books you left and a few others.
Oh, there's more to it than that.
Where do we go from here?
Why don't we just get through the wedding together? And we'll see what comes next.
You know, now you're telling me that I've changed. But I gotta tell you, what you see is what you get. Now maybe you have to decide whether that's enough. Come on, we better get you home.
Come on, Ma, we're going to take you upstairs and show you your room.
Come on. What about John?
Don't worry about me, Mom. I'll be out on the patio working on my tan.
All right.
I'll get it. Well, hello, Peggy.
Hi. I hope you don't mind me dropping over. Your secretary told me you're working here at home. I have had a wild morning. I really need to talk.
Oh, yeah, come on in. In fact, you don't know how glad I am to see you.
Oh, really? Why?
Why? I'll tell you why. This place is quickly turning into the Hudson family ghetto.
What now?
Well, Michael brought his mother home to stay.
Oh, how nice for you.
You wouldn't believe this little old lady.
Why?
Well, after breakfast, she wanted to rid up everybody's dishes.
Oh, real homespun, huh?
And Donna falls right in line. I mean, if she keeps this up, she's going to have to pick up quilting or something.
Does your father know about all this?
Oh, he will. As soon as he drives by and sees the cows grazing on the lawn.
Who the hell do you think you are?
Were you outside listening, John?
Don't you ever talk about my family or my brother again.
You got that?
Felicia,
Hi.
I watched your show.
Thank you. I promise I won't ask another thing. At least not for a while, anyway.
Poor Tony.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how much he misses Nancy.
All he wants to do is help her.
That's what Jamie wants to do, isn't it? Yeah. And I'm hurting him, aren't I?
Honey, you can change that anytime you want.
Felicia, San Francisco calling.
Is it Mitch?
Well, it ain't Tony Bennett.
Honey.
Come, take your phone call. I'm fine.
Do me a favor. Just call Jamie. Tell him that you're thinking about him.
Okay. Hi. Could you page Dr. Jamie Frame, please?
Now, John, there's no reason to get so bent out of shape here.
Yeah. Tensions can run very high when there are a lot of new people in the house.
Besides, I didn't think you were particularly enamored of Michael.
Look, what I think of my brother is none of your business. And if you have any more wisecracks about him or my family, I'm going to take this stick and I'm going to put it right where the sun don't shine. Understood?
Oh, yeah. You've made your point.
I hope so. What's going on here?
Nothing, Michael. We were just discussing family.
Oh. Hello, Peggy.
Donna?
How's Mom?
She's fine. I think she's a little intimidated by the size of her room, though.
Well, she complains a lot, but actually I think she's having fun. This place is kind of like Disneyland for her.
Peggy, why don't we go out and get some breakfast?
Oh,
something?
Peter, that's a good thought. I was just thinking the same thing.
Excuse us, won't you?
Certainly. Good to see you.
Yes.
Morning.
Have fun, Pete. You want to tell me what really happened here?
How do I know? I'm only the blind boarder.
Well, I don't think you're going to have that to complain about for long, sir.
You're such an up guy, Mike.
I think that's why it's good having Mom around here. She's got a lot of positive energy.
Yeah. Well, Mom still believes in leprechauns and four-leaf clovers, doesn't she?
She believed that you were alive for 20 years. And here you stand, John.
In Disneyland.
Michael? I would love to take a walk myself. I could use some air.
Sure. You want to come?
Who, me? No, I think I'll sit this one out.
John, doctors do a lot of talking about your optic nerve, but I think it's your thinking that needs healing here.
I sense a lecture coming on.
No, it's no lecture. It's just that you got a lot of negativity.
Mm-hmm.
John, I think that all this negativity just comes from fear.
Come on.
Look, there must be something. There must be someone that you really want to see. Huh?
Maybe there is.
Fine. All I'm saying is that I believe that you're going to get that chance.
Michael, the walk?
Sure.
Well, that's just swell.
Oh, no. What did they do now?
Oh, nothing. Just an innocent dupe.
Mitch?
Yeah. You know that assignment that they sent him out on to cover that art museum?
Yeah, the one in San Francisco where they were moving all those paintings
Yeah,
around?
well, in the process, someone walked off with a de Kooning.
They walked up with a what?
That's a modern abstract painting, honey.
Oh, I see, and they're trying to lay it on Mitch.
Oh, no. Whoever did this didn't want to just take it. He also wants to give it back, but, for a ransom.
Well, what does Mitch have to do with all that?
Well, Mitch had a photo, apparently, on the front cover of the Chronicle.
That's wonderful,
No,
Felicia.
it's not really that wonderful, because the thief saw the same photo and used his credit of his name and sent him the ransom note. Do you understand?
So?
So, the police and the museum officials won't let him go, because
And they would hardly then call me.
Why?
Why? Because the thief may want to reach him, I guess. I don't know why.
Oh, how long's he going to be stuck out there?
I don't know.
Poor baby.
Just wish he wasn't stuck out there all alone.
Felicia, how about an airplane?
Oh, I know.
Jamie. Hi. I've been thinking about you, too. I know you don't understand the way I've been acting. I don't understand it either. Well, I'd like to talk to you. Tonight. Great. I'll see you then.
What was that you were saying?
That I have to pack? Yes? Oh, listen, can you make me a reservation on the next flight?
You betcha.
Thank you, doll. I got a date on the other city by the bay. Oh, honey, thanks.
This part of Another World was brought to you by iFree, the soap without a lot of extra ingredients. For a pure, natural kind of clean, lather up with iFree.
Tonight on Highway to Heaven, a con man gets more than he bargained for. Can Jonathan make his troubles disappear? Then laugh with the girls on the facts of life. Then on Night Court, Dan's social life is going to the dogs. What has Harry's mutt got to do with it? Find out on Night Court, followed by St. Elsewhere.
Join us each weekday for the continuing story of Another World.